Oh, hey now, welcome to Pucknology After Dark, or maybe we should say a Pucknologist's takeover of Pucknology After Dark. It is November 8th, 2016, and the Sharks have defeated the Washington Capitals 3-0. But before we do anything, and you know what that means, it's time for that lovely little promotion that we all love so much. You know you do. Pucknology After Dark is sponsored by Audible. We've partnered with them to offer a free 30-day trial, and you can choose from over 180,000 audiobooks and get a free audiobook to keep, whether you choose to continue using this service or not. Go to audibletrial.com/PAD to sign up. You get a free book. You help support the show. We all win. It's all good. It's audibletrial.com/PAD. And as I stated just a minute ago, this is a bit of a Pucknologist takeover, but this is Pucknology After Dark, not the Pucknologist. So join the chomp-versation, as Puck Guy likes to say. Follow us, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, please. Follow us on Twitter. Hashtag Pucknology if you'd like to join in the conversation. And don't forget, we have the Google chat going. And today's, or I should say tonight's peoples, me, at AJ_Strong. Of course, we have Miss Rocket Backhander, and we have the Hockey Jerk, but we do have to say at Hockey_Jerk.
Respect the underscore.
That's right. Two guys rocking the underscore. And
Fuck your underscore.
Yeah, right. And of course, our Backhander 76. So I don't know about you guys, but welcome to everybody watching. I know right now I'm 4 beers in. Rocket's on heavy cold meds. Hockey Jerk is 3 whiskeys in, and we're all doing the show tonight with no pants. So thanks for letting us take over, guys. So the Sharks follow up. Just an embarrassment of a shutout at home. Go on the road and started off pretty well, shutting out the Caps. We saw. What we thought was a goal from Ward, then turned into a goal from Vlasic. But they follow up a shutout with the shutout on goals from Vlasic, Burns, and then the empty netter from Thornton. I'll start with you, Rocket. Clearly, huge difference from what we saw last Saturday night. But what was the thing that stuck out to you tonight that flipped it for you? And don't say LeBanc. We're going to get into LeBanc later.
You asshole. No, I'm going to say, all right, so look. Joner's luck in Washington's barn is incredible because last season he garnered himself a shutout there as well. So maybe he was just drawing on that energy and the memory of that shutout from last year, just like drawing on those vibes, and that's what got them settled. They looked great though, man. The line changes were working. Ooh, some of the combos look really, really promising and exciting. And Paul Martin needs to start drinking the large size cans of Red Bull and not the small cans. Sorry, dude.
I know. Hockey Jerk, we saw the lines get jumbled up a little bit more tonight. You obviously had Ward up on the top line, LeBanc there with Couture, Donskoy, Hurdle centering Marlowe, and who was it? Carlson, I believe.
Yeah, Carlson was on that third line. Or no, I'm sorry, Carlson was on the fourth line. It was Bodker on the third line.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. Like I said, 4 in guys. What can I do? Yeah, and then Tierney with Wingles and Carlson at the bottom. So, what did you think about the jumbled lines and when? At what game, because this is game 13, at what point can we say maybe the Bodker thing wasn't that good of an idea?
I don't know. It's so hard to say. I mean, really everybody has kind of been iffy to start the season. A lot of guys have had good flashes. A lot of guys have had not so good flashes. Overall, it's just been kind of an iffy start to the season, but I thought the line changes for tonight, I thought they worked really well. I thought Ward fit in nicely with the Joes. I thought LeBanc seamlessly made the transition to the NHL. And I mean, the fourth line wasn't a total dumpster fire, so I have to give Pete that one.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I thought the fourth line actually looked really good tonight. Had some good opportunities, kept the puck in Washington zone the majority of the time. I'm happy with that. They did jumble the lines, of course. I saw some good opportunities here and there, and obviously it's going to, every time you jumble the lines, it's going to take some time to build chemistry. Seeing that the two goals tonight, yeah, I mean, come on, let's not really, it's an empty netter. What are you going to do? But the two goals tonight, not coming from the offense, but from the defensive guys. So, let's see what happens. Who do we got? We got Florida, so that could go either way. But let's hit into a couple stats real quick. Once again, the Sharks losing the battle in the faceoff circle, 55 to 45% on the in the dot. So that trend, unfortunately, continues. I'm pretty sure they own the dot. I think it was against Pittsburgh, but that was the first time in I think about 7 or 8 games. Once again, the Sharks PK coming to work, holding the Capitals 0-3 tonight. But of course, the power play not making the flight out to Washington, going 0-2. And I believe at this point, and I'm sure Ian or somebody will help me out on the chat, but I think the Sharks are about 2 for their last, 18 power plays. So not the best. Not the best. Wingles not cracking the 10-minute mark tonight. But LeBanc getting a healthy 13:23, which is, I think, good for you. Burns coming in at 24, so riding him a little hard. But, hey, Rocket, what did you think about Martin Jones tonight? Was this a nice rebound after getting yanked 30 seconds into the second last Saturday?
Yeah, it was something that I don't remember if it was Hockey Jerk. I think maybe it was, or if it was Chris from an earlier show had said that they thought maybe it was a nagging injury. And yeah, I mean, he looked a lot better. He looked a lot more confident. He he didn't lose sight of the puck.
Nice. Hockey Jerk, what did you just tell me what you thought, man. Bring up some stuff. Let's get into this game, man. What do you think? Do you want to see some more from the offense since the defensive guys scored all the goals tonight?
Jimbo scored a second empty netter tonight.
Yeah, seriously. I thought it was a good game for Martin Jones, especially because, the Calgary game, the Pittsburgh game, the Calgary game, the Sharks were more in it, but he been letting in some questionable goals kind of all year. So it was nice to see him kind of bounce back and hopefully start a trend of not letting in bad goals. Ian, you brought it up earlier, Bodker. I would really like to see him get on the score sheet. I'm not, like I said, I believe on Pucknologist either a week or 2 ago, worst comes to worst, his contract is very movable, but even then, that's getting way too ahead of things because overall, like I said earlier, the team has just been kind of flat. And so I would say probably around Thanksgiving or even into December is when we can start really judging how good or not good the Sharks signings were.
Yeah, I would. If you go back and look when those deals were made and see, and I think this might have been brought up on a past Pucknologist, that everybody was so like, oh my God, Botker's going to fix the speed problem and it's really going to electrify that second line. And then everybody was kind of like, Schlemko, decent pickup. And now it's completely flipped. Schlemko's the guy like, yeah, man, look at the possession numbers him and Dylan have had since the start of the season. Like Dylan and Schlemko it's like Schlemko has come and done for Dylan kind of what Martin did for Burns last season, where it's just solidified that person.
Did y'all notice that at one point 88 and 4 were holding it down out there and nothing bad happened?
Right? Nobody laid down on the ice, nothing like that.
And you didn't feel your butthole like get all tight and scared because like there really was no reason to be scared. So
in other words, you're trying to say you didn't have an urge tonight to keep it real tight?
You know what I mean? I felt loosey-goosey, all right.
It's funny that you bring up Schlemko, signing and experiment, if you want to call it that, because I remember the day we signed him, I texted a really good friend of mine and I said, Sharks signed David Schlemko 4 years, 2 point whatever million. What the fuck? And then he replied with, this is exactly what he said. Fuck. No. Why? Fuck. And now
I want to rethink that tweet, bro.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's been very impressive. He's making Dylan look worth every penny that the Sharks are paying him. He's making the Sharks D-core look that much better, and honestly, he's making me feel okay with losing a defenseman in the expansion draft.
He's a good fit.
Yeah, and Vince G having a point on the chat saying, I'll withhold my judgment on Bodker when DeBoer actually keeps him on a line for 10-plus games. And I can understand that, but we've seen that after 12 games, they were playing 500 hockey. DeBoer's any coach is going to jumble lines at that point, especially the way they were getting killed on 5-on-5. It just wasn't happening. And even the goal differentials tonight, in the first period, the Sharks are +5. In the second, they're -9. In the third, they're even. So going in with the lead in the third, you had to feel somewhat comfortable about that, even though we remember the implosion in Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago. But either way, the numbers bear that out. One thing that I do want to say about Bodker, though, Bodker with the team since day one, today on the score sheet, 1 giveaway, 12 minutes, 1 giveaway, and got 30 seconds of power play time. LeBanc, on the other hand, +1, 2 penalty minutes, and a shot on goal at just a minute longer on the ice. So it should be fun to see what happens between now and Christmas, to see if those lines get solidified. I know the other guys, especially Ian and Chris, it's like, let's just put the panic button away, guys. It's not quite time yet. And I agree with that to a certain extent, but you do want to try to find chemistry early and try to get something going. But we do know that it did take the Sharks about a third of the season last year to get their shit together, and then they started rolling. And maybe it's going to take a third of the season for Bodker to get going, guys.
Someone is going to get injured. I'm waiting for that.
When's the next time we play LA?
Exactly. I can't make any judgments. I really don't think it's fair to make any judgments on anyone until after we get through the first major injury. And then, end of January, end of February, we'll know whether or not we should be using M80s or just sparklers. Yeah.
And Hockey Jerk, of course, the angry Canadian pointing out that Bodker didn't get a camp, which does make sense tonight. Yes, so you do have that. But Mike Neves asking, was it Jones or just better D play tonight? And I think it was a combination of both, but I would give a little more to the D tonight. I mean, the Sharks held Washington to 4 shots on goal in the first period.
Yeah, exactly. It was pretty much an all-around good game. Yes, we didn't get as much goal scoring as we would like. 2, real goals and then a fake goal. But Jones was good. The defense was good.
You're a fake goal.
The one thing that stood out to me as a little concerning was that a little over halfway through the third period, the Sharks were being killed in shot attempts. I think it was 21-3. So I mean,
but we how many times have we seen that? Sharks hockey? You get
exactly
that 2-goal lead, and then you just ride the wave and try to kill the clock.
Yeah, no, exactly. That is the Sharks' mantra: is okay, we're up. This is fine. Let's just relax for a bit. But they got really lucky. they were really lucky that Justin Williams was having a rough night, because he could have had like 10 goals today. He was going to the greasy areas. He had the puck a lot, and he was just getting no luck whatsoever.
Yeah. Can we just for a second go back to the first period when Ovi kind of nailed Thornton and Burns came back at Ovi and said, we ain't having this, motherfucker. You don't fuck with the Beard Brothers, my bitch.
That's true. And that's why the enforcer role on the fourth line really doesn't work too much anymore. You all have to just sort of be stand-up guys across the board.
Yeah, of course. Don't mess with the beard, brothers. I mean, I'm just a little bit there. Hockey Jerk wishes he could grow a beard, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there a little bit. Let's see. But hey, here's another good thing. Couture got an assist. The
Yay.
dude, yeah, well, yeah, but dude, he has like what one goal or 2 goals since I think maybe he has 3 goals by now. Somebody in the chat, I'm sure, will correct me. I think he has 3 goals at this point.
He's got 2.
It is only 2. Okay, so 2, but like points wise, where is he at? I mean, you would think whatever his assists are at this point, you would swear they'd be doubled by now. I mean,
I give him a.
Is the second line scaring you? Because we all, going into the season with Couture and Donskoy and whoever else is going to be there, we assumed Bodker, we were all, real psyched up because obviously the big guns were going to be facing the top line. And I was very much like, oh my God, this second line, Donskoy and then Bodker's speed and Couture setup. And it's been like, it's been like we all thought it was going to be a nuclear bomb, and it's turned out to be a firecracker that didn't go.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Sharks are not in trouble by any stretch. Yes, they're only 7-6, but they're still technically in a playoff spot. And, things are fine. Yes, Couture is not scoring at the pace that we would like him to, but the Sharks are not 0-13 here. They're still winning games, and as long as we're winning games, I'm fine if guys aren't really, scoring at a super ridiculous pace. Plus, I think we kind of owe it to him to give him a break, considering he nearly lost his leg and then had to carry us through the National Series last year.
Oh, boo-hoo. Rocket, when was the last time you almost lost an appendage?
Oh, I got run over by a 1,000-pound baby horse.
See? And Couture's whining about a leg issue. Come on, people. Yeah, no. A little perspective, a little context. Would you?
It's kind of. I mean, it's really, really odd when like you're walking a 1,000-pound animal and you see a hoof over one shoulder, and then all of a sudden there's a hoof over another shoulder, and you're like, oh God, yeah, stuff gets interesting then.
Yeah.
And I still showed up to the bench for my next shift, and I didn't have to go to the dentist, Logan.
Hey, now. You know what's kind of funny about tonight, too, just looking at where the points came from, especially after, for those of you who did see Kurz's post-game comments after Pittsburgh, Kurz called out, well, I don't think it was him so much as just reporting on what was happening with Pete DeBoer, but a lot of the old guys kind of getting called out saying, Martin not looking good and looking slow, Thornton looking slow, Ward looking slow. Meanwhile, who did the goals come from tonight? It's Martin getting an assist, Ward getting an assist, Thornton with a goal and an assist tonight. So maybe those guys are trying to start answer the bell. I mean, it was a 3-0 win. It didn't feel like a blowout to me by any stretch. I think Washington had a shit ton of chances. At least after the first period, just based on the numbers. They had some close looks, but Rocket, how do you think they held Ovi in check tonight? Because he's a tough guy to keep, contained.
I think that he's a tough guy to keep contained, yes, but they've seen him before, and coaching knows what to look for, and they know, I don't know, you know what it is they kept pressure on the puck. As long as they had one body on the puck, it really took the Capitals' ability to make passing plays. It took that out from underneath them, and I think that that's one of the stronger things that they use. So it was a little happy, but it worked, and good for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hockey Jerk, the another nice thing about tonight, we kept some big names. We hung some crappy numbers on some big names. I mean, Ovechkin -2, TJ Oshie -2, Niskanen -2. I think it wasn't a stunner of a game, but I think it was a solid start to build on after losing 3 in a row, 2 in your own barn.
Yeah, exactly. And like you said, it wasn't a blowout. I wouldn't even venture to say it was some thriller that you need to save on your DVR for the rest of the season. But it was a game where everybody did all the right things. Power play didn't click as much as I would like, but it's fine. The Sharks were scoring goals. Jones was on fire. Something that's really stood out to me this whole season is the Sharks' penalty kill is fantastic. I mean, whether you want to attribute it to Schlemko or Martin or Chris Tierney or whoever is on it, they're all just
why? Because they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it's really, really helping them bond as a unit.
Well,
you're probably right, but I mean,
guess who got the most shorthanded time tonight? Chris Tierney.
Yep, and
he's been doing very well at that.
Yeah, and Chris Tierney is someone who, I've especially since the Cup final, I've been really into his play on the penalty kill. He was, the Cup final. Yes, it was a bad time to be a Sharks fan because they weren't really in that series, but there were definitely some bright spots. Chris Tierney being one of them, and overall, I thought they did a really good job tonight, as you said, keeping big guys off the scoreboard. Justin Williams, Ovechkin, TJ Sochi. The Sharks did a really good job at, forcing their guys to the outside, especially on the power play. And you're not going to score goals if you can't get the puck towards the net.
Yes. Now, a quick couple of questions for Hockey Jerk. First off, how bummed are you that you aren't now, I guess, morally required to buy a LeBanc jersey?
Honestly, about 10 minutes after I tweeted that, I had 8 likes on it, and I was really worried he was going to score.
All right. I think after what we saw tonight, as was stated earlier, LeBanc looked very good. It makes me wonder how much we see of Nieto on this trip. Do you okay, Rocket, there's 5 games to go in this roadie. Does LeBanc play in all of them?
He might play in all but one because they'll put Haley in. Oh wait, no, they sent Haley down, huh? It's just him and Nieto. Or
no, Haley's still here.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, except for one, they'll put Haley in for that last one.
So wait a minute, hold on. So so on the trip, it's DeMello, Nieto, and Haley then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you're saying all but one. Okay. Hockey Jerk, is LeBanc playing in all of them?
If he can play like he did tonight, then I think he's going to play in all of them, and I think he's going to force Doug Wilson to waive or trade a guy.
Oh snap!
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I honestly, I look at who we have on the roster now. I look at who we have in the pipe, and I totally see this year being like the year that we traded away Handzus, Klo, Murray, where you kind of shed off some of the dead weight, some pending UFAs, and then bring in guys who still make an impact, and you can still be a competitive playoff team while also selling off some guys.
Oh man, dude, that Klo Murray sell-off might have that could rank in Doug Wilson's top 3 moves all time.
So who goes first, Wingles or Nieto?
Well, hold on. I want to answer the LeBanc question. I think LeBanc starts all but one, and I think the one that he doesn't get a start in is at St. Louis, just because weird shit happens in St. Louis, man. What was your question, Rocket?
I said, who goes first, Nieto or Wingles?
Oh, God. Now, I know you pondered that question earlier on Twitter, and I don't have Cap Friendly open. I don't know what the deal is on both of them right now. Are they both in contract years? Who's making more? I would imagine it's Wingles. Just based on output, no, I think you have to go with Wingles as the one that stays.
Yeah, I agree. Wingles, unfortunately, too, his contract is a little hard to move unless the Sharks somehow find a way to retain salary. I have a little theory on how this is going to break down if you're interested.
Oh, we're about to break down math, kids.
So, and you can take this for what it's worth. I have been known to make some spot-on predictions.
Yes, he has. He has. I'll give him that.
So I think that we are going to see Wingles end up either in Edmonton because he's a Todd McClellan guy, or he's going to end up on the New York Rangers because they don't have nearly enough physicality.
But the Rangers, true, but the Rangers are rolling right now.
all the more reason to bring him in.
Yeah.
And as for Nieto, he's your prime candidate to play on Jonathan Taves' left wing in Chicago. Send him there. We'll take a sixth.
I told you people, he had a lot of whiskey before we came on. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Or I could totally see that. We send him for like a sixth or whatever, and then he's like, oh, we're going to play him on Jonathan Taves' wing. And then he gets like 5 power play goals in 5 games or something ridiculous.
Oh, man. Oh. Well, it takes a rhetorical talent to get put on timeout at the exact same time by 2 different people on the chat. Good for you. Well, I feel like we've kind of covered the game. Rocket, is there anything else you saw in tonight's game because the one thing I did want to kind of point out, did anybody even hear Marlowe's name mentioned tonight?
No, but he wasn't standing still. He had a good game.
Hockey jerk?
Say that again. Sorry.
Did you even notice Marlowe tonight? Because I don't even know if I heard his name mentioned once by Randy and Jamie.
I don't. He had a couple good chances in the third period, but yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't really hear his name being mentioned, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Like I said earlier, this game was kind of a show up, put in some work, get the W, move on. There was nothing fun or fancy about it. It was a very business-like game, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I'm still wondering too, because Marlowe got 22-40 on the power play tonight. I'm wondering when DeBoer is going to start changing that up, because that is a key thing for the Sharks that hasn't been working out these last however many games. The power play is just not getting it done. They had some good looks versus Calgary, and they had a couple of, against Pittsburgh, they had 3 power plays in the first period, and they did get some decent looks, but no one's burying it. And I'm just wondering that maybe it's time to shift somebody and move Marlowe off that top unit and see what somebody else can do. Hey, maybe even LeBanc. No one, unproven commodity. Let's see what he's got.
I have no qualms in anything you've just said.
I think it's going to take a lot to convince Peter DeBoer to break up that top unit, just because
I know
they have been off pretty much all season, but when they're on, they're on. The only thing I could really see is you keep Jumbo, Couture, Burns, and Pavelski together, and then maybe rotate someone in for that 5th spot, whether it's Bodker or Joel Ward or even Hurdle, and then you could have Marlowe center the second unit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd love to see Hurdle up on that top unit. He already plays with the Joes, so why not? Or at the very least, he has chemistry with them.
Right.
So I'd be down with that, because clearly the power play, it's got issues, man. It's got some big fucking issues.
Mileage. It's got mileage.
It does. So yeah. Breaking news. The Vancouver Canucks have won a fucking game.
They broke their 9-game losing streak?
No, I think it was actually only 8. If I looked earlier on the standings, I thought it said an 8-game losing streak. So
the point is that they're bad and they should feel bad.
Yeah. But remember, it was just a hair ago that like Vancouver and Edmonton were leading the Pacific, and then Vancouver drove off the cliff we all saw coming.
Poor Bo. Aww.
So yeah, and bizarrely enough, the Canucks won that game versus the New York Rangers, the team that had been on a 5-game tear. So
they need more physicality. They should just take Wingles now.
Oh,
man, you're just putting it out there. You really don't like Wingles, do you? On the shitstorm side of things right now, and we'll just go around the league. We kind of cover the game, but just a quick around the league right now. Well, I guess I'll do games that already happened. So Penguins over the Oilers 4-3. That's kind of a bummer. But Eberle had 2 goals in that game for Edmonton, and bizarrely enough, Sidney Crosby did not score a goal. Figure that one out. In the shootout, Red Wings 3-2 over the Flyers. But bizarrely enough, Canucks 5-3 over the Rangers. Alex Burrows. Oh my God, 2 goals. Where's that fucking guy been for like?
What is this? 2011?
Right? Yeah, and of course because Sedin got on there too. Another one in the shootout. The Devils over the Hurricanes 3-2. At the end of the first, Coyotes up 1-0 over the Avalanche. I believe that's Hockey Jerk's team. Martinook with the goal. Right now, the Jets are destroying the Stars 6-1. It's at the end of the second, and the Stars are on the power play. But and of course, Lanye or what's his name? Line. Okay, Line has a fucking hat trick in this game.
Oh,
so
nice. Okay.
There you go. Kind of
Toronto should have took him.
Right. The Predators are up 2-0 on the Senators.
Yay.
I'm going to, if you want to know the joke about the Predators versus the Senators, go look for it on Twitter. It's all over. But I'm not going to get into it here because Ian told me I couldn't. Canadians and the Bruins, 2.5 left in the third, and the score is tied at 2. And then, of course, this motherfucker, the Kings up 6-0 over the Leafs with 1.5 minutes left. And, of course, Dustin Brown has a goal in that game.
Yeah, so does Tyler Toffoli, and
Carter has 2.
Yeah, everybody's got a goal in that game.
Well, you know what, Kings? Good for you. We shut out a team, too. Fuck you. Yeah, so that's what happened around the league. So moving on, as we like to say here, we go to see. There's another joke that I can make that has to do with what day it is, but I'm going to let it go. But we moved down to Florida to play the Panthers on Thursday. What's going on with Florida, Hockey Jerk? Anything interesting?
Jonathan Marchessault is lighting that freaking team on fire. I think he's got 7 goals in 12 games, which matches his output last year of, I believe, 7 goals in 50-something games. So Thanks. He's on fire.
It's not sustainable.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see. But I really expected Florida to contend for that division again, but I think they were playing out of their minds last year, and obviously not having Jonathan Huberdeau doesn't really help.
Well, and Florida, I mean, they have the goalie we all love to follow on Twitter. But Florida starting not unlike the Sharks. They basically have the same record. You know, they're playing 500 hockey through the first 12, 13 games. So maybe they're looking for their time to turn it on or turn it off. And over the last 10, they're 4-6-0, and they beat Tampa yesterday.
Yeah, I watched that game.
3-1. Yeah, 3-1. So
he looked good.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. They have a differential +2, so they're it's a very even team right now. So we'll see what half of the coin that we get tomorrow. But they are better at home than they are 5-2 at home, 1-4-1 away. So Sharks better, don't be looking ahead to Tampa Bay, guys. Oh shit! And now it's 7-0 Kings. What the flying fuck?
This is it, guys. This is it. They're coming back. They're gonna win the division. This is it.
Didn't the Kings go like 3 straight games without scoring a goal? Like
on the shoulders of Peter Budaj.
I know where the hell talk about. I mean, I remember this is the guy who went to the Avalanche to die, and then somehow Quick goes down, and then who was the guy behind Quick that just like couldn't hack it?
Jeff Zatkoff, but he also got hurt.
Yeah, so oh my, and then Peter fucking Budaj, really?
Really?
I remember talking about Budaj like a decade ago on the feeder. I mean, that's how long this guy has just been doing it, and it just the luck that LA has with goalies knows no bounds.
I fully expect to hear from a buddy of mine at some point before the night is over, because in our fantasy league, he picked up Peter Budaj because his goalie got injured. So I'm sure I'll hear all about how he got a shutout and how he's saving the Kings and all this stuff.
All right, so the NHL on NBC headline is Liney nets hat trick as Jets fuel more goalie sadness for Stars.
Yeah.
Goalie sadness. Hashtag thanks, Neil.
Bad and they should feel bad.
They should feel bad.
No, I'm just every time I think about the goal, I just don't understand why you would sink like $11 million into your goaltenders. I don't. The fucking Dallas Stars have spent like what almost four times the amount of money in net that the Sharks are paying to defend their net. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But good on you, Dallas. Love you guys.
Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is they could be good, but they make boneheaded decisions. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Anaheim. It's the same thing with the Anaheim Ducks. They could be a good team, but they aren't because of their own stupid choices. So I have no sympathy for them.
Yeah, I mean, they did make good moves to because it seemed like their biggest problem was like just scoring five, and then they make deals with Edmonton, and they're shifting guys in, and then it was just they were like this just juggernaut of offense, but they had nothing. The D was a little suspect, and then I'm sorry, but Lettinen and Niemi, they're not taking anybody to the promised land. I don't give a flying fuck about what anybody says about Niemi, dude. I could have backstopped the 2010 Chicago Blackhawks to the fucking Stanley Cup. Okay. That's how monstrous that fucking defense was. There were like 3 potential defensive all-stars on that team.
Hey, Niemi won the Vezina Trophy in a half season.
Good for him.
He's kind of good occasionally.
He had one good playoff series, and of course, it was against the Sharks.
So if we get to playoffs and if we get past the first round, does Martin Jones have a stake in this year's Vezina?
Hold on, what was the question?
if we get to round 2 of the playoffs,
it has nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yeah, it's all regular season. That shit will be voted on before the playoffs start.
Honestly, I don't think Martin Jones wins the Vezina unless the Sharks post like a President's Trophy season, just because while he is good, there are so many better options ahead of him, unfortunately.
And you need to have that kind of a season in order to get the attention of the East Coast voters.
Right.
I mean, you could I see you guys are poking the bear. I firmly believe Nabby should have won the Vezina the year that he was up for it. The one that really gets me is Skinner getting the Calder over Couture. I still can't believe that one. And let's be honest, Burns not getting the Norris last season. I
think Drew Doughty earned that one.
Yeah.
I think Drew Doughty earned it based on just fucking minutes alone, because the guy plays a ridiculous amount of time. But the fact that just, like a year before, Burns was playing fucking forward. I mean, I think that should have counted for something, Come on. But, dude, the teal-tinted glasses are firmly attached right here, dude. So that's the only way I see it.
I think Doughty winning the Norris, I think it actually made sense if you're one of those people who thinks the
East Coast bias is there?
Yeah.
No, thinks trying to think, thinks the wording on how to win the Norris Trophy should be changed. Because you think about Brent Burns, he scores a lot of points, and he's on the power play and he's dominant 5-on-5. Erik Karlsson, I have a hard time calling a defenseman. He shouldn't even be nominated. But anyways, Drew Doughty is the most, I would say, well-rounded defenseman of the 3 guys. Burns obviously second, but Drew Doughty, I think he does it all for LA, and I think that's why he won the Norris.
Okay.
What? Hold on. Did I lose you guys for a second?
You must have.
Okay, that was trippy.
Very strange.
Tried to change something here, and all of a sudden, everything audio went gone.
Well, Ian Reed in the chat says that he was fine with Drew Doughty winning it, and if not, then it should have been Carlson. So Hockey Jerk and Ian Reed can get into a fight in the parking lot after the show.
Because, Ian almost ends every one of his tweets with hashtag fight me. So I'm sure that will be continuing into the night as we go.
Fuck that guy.
It's not like there's anything else to pay attention to as the evening wears on this evening. Oh, that one was for you, Ian. I hope you enjoyed it.
Ian Reed, I will see you on Twitter.
There you go. Fight me, man. So with that, I think we covered it all. I mean, any I don't want to say last words, final thoughts, but I mean, Rocket, what do you? I mean, you know what? Just real quickly, anything else like around? I mean, we covered the game tonight. I think anything around the horn? Any story that you'd like to talk about? Okay, here I'm going to get a beer, and I'm just going to I'm going to start with Rocket, and I'm going to let Hockey Jerk give his thoughts on it. Vancouver versus Toronto. 2 goalies get ejected. Go.
Right. So there was a goalie fight and somebody got thrown out of a game. There was 136 penalty minutes for that game?
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. It's always a nice change of pace to throw it back to 1999 and get the goalies involved and get dudes, yelling at each other over fans' heads at other players. It's always nice to throw it back a little bit. Yeah, I'm excited for December 3rd. That's going to be a hell of a game for sure. Or it might be boring. I mean, who knows?
Well, are they going to do like what you guys, I remember once we were at Bud Stanley's and you guys all showed me a bunch of videos, fight videos, and there was at least 2 different games where off of the opening face-off, it was just 5-on-5 line brawl. Do you think it'll be that again? Do you think we'll get lucky?
Could be. I mean, it all depends on whoever the away team is. It all depends who they decide to put out. Because if we get, Matt Martin and Derek Dorsett on the opening draw, I think we're absolutely going to see something. But at the same time, we've seen in the past where, 2 teams will play and everything explodes and it's oh, I can't wait till the next time they play. And then the next time they play comes around and it's, just a normal game. Nothing fun happens.
Well, I wonder how much of that too is just frustration of just 2 teams that just have really the last few years have just been trash. I mean, Vancouver clearly since 2011 and, going all the way to Game 7 versus Boston. Dude, it was once that first match was ignited to try to burn down the city of Vancouver, that entire franchise has just it's way beyond circling the drain. That franchise is just down the shitter and hasn't even reached the sewage line yet. And then Toronto, Toronto's Toronto. What are you going to do? When was the last time they were in the playoffs? I don't know. Probably before Rocket was born at this point. It's sad. It's sad. And I think you saw just
60s?
2 really fucking frustrated teams. You know what? We've had it. Maybe we shouldn't be playing hockey. Maybe we should get into UFC and let's do that on ice. So I enjoyed that game actually.
I think from now on, anytime that the arena plays "Living on a Prayer," it's a spontaneous line fight.
Well, to me, honestly, I hope. I don't know when the next game. You said Hockey Jerk. When's the next game between those 2 teams?
It's on December the 3rd.
December 3rd? Okay, I'm going to have to mark that down. Do you know what venue it is?
They are going to be in Vancouver.
Oh,
okay, all right. So Rogers, come on. If you guys don't come out to Eye of the Tiger, come on. Come on. That's missed opportunity right there. That is so missed opportunity. Okay, and just finally, and I'm going to let Hockey Jerk kind of take the lead on this, but do you want to say something about Colorado Avalanche's Marek Svatos?
Yeah, I just, obviously it's hard to find the words to describe the situation like this, but the short version is that he passed on over the weekend, and all of us here at Pucknology and everything, we just want to say, our condolences for his family and hope that, they can get through this very hard time.
And now that we've completely bummed you out, if you missed it, the Blue Jackets blew out the Canadians 10-0.
Are you kidding?
And not only did the Blue Jackets blow out the Canadians 10-0,
Oh, yeah.
the Canadians never pulled Montoya. They left him in there for all 10.
No, I heard that they asked him if he wanted to be pulled, and he said, no, just leave me in here, let Carey Price rest. So,
Well, hey, you know what? Good move. But still, I'd be like, no, I want to play forward. Let one of the forward. Let's switch, let's switch uniforms.
I would've been like, Coach, can you come out here and do this for last? Yeah, please.
Wouldn't be surprised if Al Montoya gave Patrick Waugh a call and was like, hey, is this what it takes to get the fuck out of here?
That's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so with that, I think we're done. We're done.
I'm done. You should stick a fork. Ow! There's a fork in me. I'm done.
I'm so done. So with that, the San Jose Sharks right now jump back into second place with 14 points, 5 behind fucking Edmonton, man. I still don't get that. But you know what? Friend of the show, Brody Brazil, called it. Let's see if they can keep doing whatever it is they're doing.
Even if they run away with the Pacific, there's no guarantee they're going to make it through playoffs.
Yeah,
I would just like to point out in the chat, Puck Guy does not want us to end this.
There's nothing else on TV right now.
There's nothing. Really, dude?
He's right though. That's so sad. Oh,
you know what would be really funny is like if I had if I still had his episode of Wheel of Fortune on record or on my DVR, just start doing a fucking play-by-play of Puck Guy on Wheel of Fortune.
Well,
baking a pie, bitches, baking a pie.
Well, I don't know. I mean, does anybody in the chat think we should talk about something?
Yeah, is there anything that you guys would like us to talk about? And Sleepy Mofo saying that Fresh Off the Boat better be on tonight. Dude, no shows are on tonight, dude. It's kind of a big thing that's kind of taken over all the programming tonight. So I don't think you're going to see
life-changing shit on TV right now. Yeah, no, we just need to stay in our little ignorance bubble and not look at what's going on.
Hold on, all hell is going to break out in the streets. What, Vancouver? What did you do now?
I have something fun. My 2002 Jerome McGinley action figure came in the mail.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! Okay, on the chat asking thoughts on another outdoor game. Yes.
Yeah, but you have to do it in like December or early January. By the time you get to Super Bowl territory, it gets to be too warm, and frankly, it's just too sunny.
Yeah, January would be perfect. You do it like a week after New Year's or whatever.
Yes.
I mean, there's definitely
the first half of January.
Yeah, there's a way to do this, way to do it. But my whole thing about if we're going to do an outdoor game, obviously I'd love to see the Sharks participate in another outdoor game. Whether the Sharks host it or not, I would love to see. Now, if they're going to host it, though, do they do it at Levi's?
No, it sucks. Mike Neps in the chat saying Levi Stadium sucks, and I concur. AT&T Park is gorgeous. I don't know how they would contend with the humidity coming off of the bay. That's the only thing.
Go ahead, Hockey Jerk.
I personally would like to see the Sharks have an outdoor game in a snow-barren hellscape. But we know that'll never happen because it's all about rivalries and we gotta showcase the playoffs and
hold on. Where do you want this? In a snow-covered hellscape? So yes. You're trying to say you want to hold the game in Ian's backyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's all go to his house.
Totally. Ian's.
We're all going to go to his house. Sorry. I love the idea of doing it at AT&T because it's so picturesque, but Levi's clearly can hold a shit ton more people. And they already sold out Levi's once. Maybe as Billy, there's no way I'm getting his name right. Esaroma. Didn't I eat there yesterday? Billy Esaroma. Talking about Stanford, which I think could be kind of cool, actually. I would totally dig that at Stanford. Get a bunch of college kids in there. That would be awesome. But I would, God, I mean, you obviously can't hold it in Oakland because black people don't know how to skate. I'm so kidding.
Easy.
Come on. It was a joke.
Easy.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Love you, Tony X. Love you, Tony X. That was for you, Tony X. I mean, where else could you hold it, honestly? Besides AT&T or if you're not doing it at Levi's, besides AT&T or Stanford, where else could you do it?
In the Bay Area?
Yeah.
Santa Rosa.
Mike, it was a joke. Let it go. Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa. There goes the Audible sponsorship.
Dude, Shoreline. Yeah.
Oh, man. I like that. Barracuda should have an outdoor game at the San Jose Giants.
That would be the easiest game ever because they could just have a tunnel from their dressing room directly over into the stadium.
If anything, the Barracuda would have their outdoor game on the ice that they use for Christmas in the park. Let's be real here.
I'd go to that game.
Me too.
Yeah, no, you know where the Barracuda should have their game?
Donut hockey.
No, do the outdoor game for the AHL for the Barracuda at Avaya.
Do it at Valco.
At Valco.
I honestly no. AJ, you bring up a good point.
There's a rink at Valco.
I think an outdoor AHL game at Avaya. I think that would be cool.
I totally think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty sick.
Especially if you made it kind of like a day-long kind of a thing where maybe you also have, besides like an AHL exhibition, or actually, I mean, well, not an exhibition, it would count, but like maybe throwing in something else like San Jose State hockey versus somebody else as kind of like the opening act. Mm-hmm. Like really making it a whole day of kind of minor league hockey. I think that would be great to introduce, especially if it's at an affordable price. I think that would be very cool.
Hey, so also Puck Guy in the chat wants to know what's worse, the ice at Christmas in the Park or the ice at Barclays Center?
Oh, this is a good question. Wow.
I don't know, man. The Christmas in the Park doesn't have a car parked right next to it, so it's a little.
Yeah, but Barclays Center is larger, so it's harder to control and less controlled than that donut is. This is a serious question. How come this never came up to John Turturro?
I know we did ask John Turturro about another outdoor game, dude. You better listen to that interview again, brother. We brought this up. They're talking about it. And then Vince G pointing out that Avaya has the largest outdoor bar in North America, and that's all he needs.
Hey,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's it for me. If they will teach us guys how to make a sharkharita, bam, bam, I'm in.
Right. Oh, and we would be remiss. Geez, I wish I had it in front of me. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to bullshit it. I think it's sjbarracuda.com/jersey vote. I want to say, can one of you guys bring up the actual URL? But our own Puck Guy has, there are 4 jerseys that the San Jose Barracuda are looking at that have been designed by fans that they're going to choose to use as their alternate jersey. Their third alternate jersey. And our own Pucknologists, see, I have Pucknologists on the brain. Pucknology.net's own Puck Guy at Puck Guy 14 has made it to the final 4. So if you can find that, Laurel holding it down.
Thank you, Laurel.
Thank you. sjbarracuda.com/fan-designed-jersey-voting, which I'm sure you'll all remember that. But look at Puck Guy's Twitter. Look at my Twitter. We'll have the link on there. Vote jersey number 2. Support the Puck Man. I call him the Puck Man because I've known him a little longer than most people. You can call him Puck Guy. I call him the Puck Man. But vote number 2. Vote number 2. Vote 2. Drop a deuce on this vote, would you? Vote 2. Vote 2.
Vote 2.
Vote 2, man. Get and honestly, quite honestly, it is the best choice. And I would tell you if like there's another one I kind of go, well, he's got stiff competition. Honestly, he shouldn't have much competition. Puck Guy should win this pretty easily. But did I kiss Puck Guy's ass enough to get on again after that? Was that okay?
I think that was fair. That was fair. Easy there.
No one's ever called me fair before.
Basically, whoever tweets the most amount of times that we need to vote for his jersey, the top 3 people are going to be his guests for that Barracuda game he's going to. I think that's how it's going to work.
Okay.
Oh, that's the way to run that, Puck Guy. That's a great idea, Hockey Jerk. Puck Guy, get on that. That's awesome. Captain Phasma's Joner is raging right now over the idea, evidently in the chat.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Final time. Because honestly, we've been going along, and now we're just thumb up our ass because there's really nothing else going on in America right now to watch on TV. So last call for questions in the chat, please. Please. Anything. I don't even care if it's like, asking Hockey Jerk what his favorite color is, asking Rocket like what her favorite strain is. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's all good. Yeah, I'll just start the question. Rocket,
no, it's a hot dog sandwich. No, it is not a fucking. Well,
no.
Actually, no. A hot dog is the meat part.
Is pineapple okay on a pizza?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fight each other.
I'm not gonna fight him.
No, we're friends.
No, we're friends.
Puck Guy 14 saying favorite alky drink.
I like Sharkaritas a lot.
I personally like not beer. I'll drink anything else. And not wine either.
I've seen you drink beer before, dude.
And I hated it.
Yeah, you're like, why did I get this? I'm like, I don't know. Why didn't you get Gatorade? And you're like, I don't know. You still drank most of it, though.
When it comes to wines, for me, it's Pinot Grigio, Cabernets, craft beers, and then when it comes to the alcoholic drinks, it's pretty much anything vodka-based.
Yeah.
Sleepy Mofo in the chat asking, how well does LeBanc have to play to stay on with the NHL team, do we think?
Better than Nieto.
Which he's already done.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like Mike asking who the hell wears a turtleneck under a hockey jersey.
Kevin, and we are all Kevin.
Kevin Lacey. That's who the hell does that. He's the only one who does that, dude. That's a pioneering look. That's all Lacey.
It's a warm and snuggly look for his neck. Okay, don't hate on his warm neck.
Yeah, I was at the Barracuda game with him on Sunday, and I saw he was wearing the turtleneck, and I was like, "Oh, did you spend some time at Thomas Plekanec's house before you came here?" Or, I mean, I didn't say that, but I thought it.
You should have said it.
Okay, Puck Guy 14 asking favorite Shark player's nickname.
Is he trying to make us say delicious? Is that what's going on here?
No.
Somebody else.
Maybe Donskoy, because everybody calls him Donkey.
I'm always, when it comes
Joner,
to
that's good too.
my two favorite nicknames, and I mean, I guess you can call them that. And I think it's just because it's from like one of my favorite eras of Sharks hockey, but it's always going to be Reach. And because I remember so many people, especially with the reach out, and every time he touched the puck, it was just reach. But my favorite's probably always going to be Buster, because no one really understood why Owen Nolan's nickname was Buster. I loved that. So or Marchment with Mush.
Mike Nieves wants to know how many players are still on the team from Holiday Sweater.
Dylan,
Hurdle,
Nieto is still there. Tierney is still there. Mirko Mueller, technically,
yeah. And Randy Hahn and Dan Rusanowski.
Yeah, but no, John Scott is gone, Shepard is gone, Staylock, Niemi,
Demers.
Demers.
Gone. Was Braun in that video?
Nope.
No.
Oh, balls.
Was any defenseman in that video aside from Demers and Mueller?
Dylan.
Brendan
Oh,
Dillon. Brendan
Oh,
Dillon
yeah,
had a
well,
little
Dylan cameo at the end.
cameo at the end. Yeah.
That's my guy.
Oh, Mike Nieves with the hot hitting questions. What Sharks player has never lost a tooth?
None of them.
I would probably venture to
The
say,
goalies. The goalies.
I would probably venture. I don't know who's the youngest. I don't know. Timo Meyer is only 19. Has he? You think he's lost all his baby teeth yet?
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure that he's had like a tooth or something knocked loose. I'm pretty sure all of those guys are missing at least one tooth.
Just real quickly, can we all just agree that Randy Hahn's part of the Holiday Sweater video was probably the best of it all?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Yeah, it was. Now, okay, here's another one. Do you think the Sharks can top that this season? I mean, we're right around the corner from that type of shit happening. Do you
I
think
hope
the
so.
Sharks can top that?
I
I
hope
think-
so.
Yeah, I think
I
they.
mean, let's be honest, because what else does Matt Nieto have to work on?
I think they peaked with the like the holiday documentary thing or whatever you want to call it.
Behind the scenes.
Dude, the hurdle at the kids' table was genius.
Yeah,
That was really good.
I don't
You
know.
think
what else
you're
they
a
can do.
dummy? You are a dummy.
If you think you're a dummy, you are a dummy.
And what was it? Tatora was, hey, I signed your check, man.
That's my
This
favorite
week.
line. This week, yeah.
I think, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. I see. I think the holiday sweater might have been the best one. I think that might have been even better than the one with like Boiler and Heater and Jumbo and them like looking like they're on a QVC commercial.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Holiday Shopping Network.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Maybe it'll be like an extended commercial for like a retirement home for aged Sharks players, not Sharks players, for like, or maybe some sort of video pamphlet on why San Jose is the perfect place to retire for hockey players.
Ooh, Mike Nieves bringing up a good point too. Maybe another behind the scenes type thing, but it focuses on Slappy after Jumbo puts him in that taxi.
Oh man, why the hell haven't we? You know what? I don't know, Honor. I don't know, Honor, if you're watching, dude. Like it was a long time ago. You promised us if the Sharks got to, I'm pretty sure it was the third round, we were gonna see Slappy, and we never saw Slappy. Man, you owe
Never
us.
saw Slappy.
You owe us, bro. I remember. Never forget. Hashtag never forget.
Hashtag bring the slap back.
Oh, that's
Really good.
now. That's what. Oh, honey. Oh my God. This right here is your holiday video idea. This is. I'm bringing Slappy back. I mean, just bring back that damn. Just bring back that damn puppet and set it to Justin Timberlake. I'm bringing Slappy back. Oh my
The
God.
puppets don't know how to act.
I mean, all you do is you have somebody voice that, and it's just Jumbo. Just I'm bringing Slappy back, and, you know, and oh my God! And then you have all the other guys on the team. Yeah, I know, you know, I'm bringing Slappy back. Yeah. Oh my God, that would be so funny.
Oh man.
This is what happens when you've already discussed the game. There's nothing else to talk about, and you've been drinking. Thank God we record this. Could you imagine these fantastic? We have all these great ideas, and then we forget them later. But now it's. Now Puck Guy's thinking of the Pucknology holiday video ideas.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh,
Jumbo has not lost any teeth.
whatever Puck Guy's idea is for a Pucknology holiday video, it must start off with the audio of Puck Guy going, Good evening, Sharks fan.
No, it has to be him saying baking a pie.
Just the way he was so inquisitive. He's like, baking a pie? Yes. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Baking a pie? Yep.
Oh, that's it. Captain Phasma. Well, I was hammered out of my fucking mind last show, so maybe chum isn't the best idea. Okay.
Chum is always the best idea. Unless you're going to court, then chum is not the best idea.
No. Any other questions in the chat before we go? We really do need to wrap up. I guarantee you, Ian and Chris are like, they fucking turned this shit off 20 minutes ago. They're like,
He did.
They're like, why do we keep letting these assholes take over the fucking program? They have their own thing. Oh, hey, by the way, follow. Follow.
Since all the Pucknologists are here.
Yeah, if you've enjoyed this show at all, do us a favor. Go on Twitter. Follow @Pucknologists. Check out our podcast. We're on every week. Your weekly, and it is fucking family friendly. Not like this shit. It's actually family friendly. I don't know why you listen to this with kids in the car. But anyway, follow the @Pucknologist. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google, whatever, Google Play, Stitcher, everything that Ian and Rita signed us up for.
LinkedIn, LO.
Yeah, LinkedIn. We're on MySpace.
We are on MySpace.
We actually are on MySpace. Ian set it up last week as a goof. We already have like 9 top friends on there. It's amazing.
Vince G wants us to keep her going.
Hey, do you guys have a single most prized piece of Sharks memorabilia?
Do we know what it is?
No, do you have a single piece of memorabilia that is more prized and perfect than anything else? I know for Hockey Jerk, it's his Iginla action figure.
But that's it. No, it's got to be Sharks related. It's got to be Sharks related.
Oh, my most prized Sharks piece of memorabilia is, oh man, probably my Dynia Zubris mystery puck.
Nice. Okay, so my most prized is going to be my John Scott mystery puck. Yeah. Fucking # all-star and legend.
I'll post a picture of my Zubris puck on Twitter for those of you who care.
For me, most prized Sharks thing, you know what? Right now, I'd probably, I mean, this could change very quickly. But right now, I'd say, for those of you who don't know the story, I won a contest last season, and Rocket and I got to watch warm-ups from the penalty box, and we got Thornton and Burns to flip us pucks over the glass, and I took my Burns puck to practice the next day and got him to sign it. And I just thought that was way cool. Right now, that's probably my favorite piece of stuff. Until I get my bag from Hockey Jerk, then that'll all change.
No, I just remembered. I have another valuable possession. So for those of you who don't know, at the Sharks practice, when they wear those practice jerseys, the nameplates are actually Velcro, so they can just take them off and stick them back on and whatever. Mm-hmm. So at the equipment sale this past year, and I was actually there with AJ, I got a John Scott Velcro jersey name bar.
Yeah, he ain't even lying.
That is my prized possession.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Rocket didn't go with the Lurg nameplate behind her.
Nope, Lurg. And I said this in chat. It's because of all the Lurg memorabilia. Man, that guy had an amazing smile. And one time I was walking over to the counter to get my little sticker so I could go skate, and he was walking towards the South Rink. And I was looking at him, and he was looking at me, and neither one of us are really kind of thinking. And before we realized it, it was like we were just staring at each other. And then he smiled at me, and I was like, oh, that guy's got a really good smile. And then I smiled back at him, and then as he passed, I was like, holy shit, that's Brian Lurg. He's got all of his teeth in. Whoa. Wow, he's really good looking. Yeah, so his smile is so much better than that nameplate insofar as that goes, and that's why John Scott is the superior thing as far as that goes.
Captain Phasma looks like he's having a hell of a time in the chat.
Woo!
Captain Phasma looks like he's about 3 beers ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch up, brother. I swear to God.
I can't. I have a sensitive disposition, and I have to go to work in the morning.
Mike Neves wants to know why your Ricci jersey frame isn't your most prized possession.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Well. I like that. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. You know what? Because once I get my Owen Nolan one done, it's gonna usurp that one. And then I think once I get my Nabby one done, that might usurp Nolan and Ricci. So it just depends on how far I get. But no, hold on. No, your picture with Ricci. Oh, that one I tweeted out the other day. Oh, nah. Nah. You hang out in front of the tank long enough.
Roger.
You're gonna get a pick with Ricci. You're gonna get a pick with Curtis Brown. You're gonna get a pick with Brian Marchment. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Hey, if you hang out outside the
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you hang out outside the tank long enough, you can get a picture with AJ. Let's be real.
Oh yeah, a very drunken AJ. I like Ian commenting tonight. He's like, "Wow, I'd actually like to strip the audio tonight. This actually wasn't half bad." What is this? Oh, and Laurel saying she cherishes the Sharknado playoff shirt I sent her last playoffs.
That was actually one of their better designs.
It was.
Yeah.
There was one that was, I didn't really care for the little penguin on the slab of ice and everything.
Yeah, that was
more
very
drunk
fun.
than you.
I thought it was sort of a bummer because, they gave the players their own towels. Like I think Martin Jones had one, Pavelski had one. But poor Logan didn't get a damn towel. The cat got a towel.
Oh,
and
God.
Logan Couture did not get a rally towel. I felt so bad.
And the thing is that the cat got a limited towel to like 500. So there's only 500 of those fuckers out there. And they were selling for like $80, $90 on eBay.
I was gonna say that cat got some asshole on eBay, $112.
Uh-huh. But I still have my my Joe Pavelski towel.
Well, now I know what some asshole used to buy his fucking Jerome McGinley action figure.
Hey, that only cost me $10, including
Right. Okay, so you're just gonna hold on to the rest of it. I see.
You stick with it, buddy. Fucking here's your beer.
Yep.
All right, seriously. Can we honestly, like, I really don't have anything better to do tonight, but I'm getting tired of doing this. Can we leave now?
Sure.
Or Puck guy, would you like to jump on and continue this horse shit? I will give
that's a no.
It should be it should take about 10 to 15 seconds for it to hit the chat for him to respond. Hold on, I have to. What is it?
Good night, Mike.
Hold on, Pavelski towel. I'm searching that on eBay now just to see. Nope. Maybe Shark's cat towel. Would that be it?
I would just look up Joe Pavelski.
I looked that up. That was nothing. Oh, Shark's rally towel. That's a good one. Rally towel.
So, San Jose Sharks Thursday in South Florida against the Panthers. What can we expect to see in the first 7 minutes? What are the keys to the game, do you think?
Hockey jerk?
My key is going to be, shoot the puck on the net. I'm trying to be funny, but
in other words, just win the game is pretty much what you're
just
going
win the game.
No, I'm saying just do the smart things. If you have a shot, take it. Don't get the puck and dust it off and try and be all cute. Just shoot the puck, get to their goalie early, because Florida is a team. Yes, they're at the same place in the standings as the Sharks, but they're missing one of their top guys, and if you can expose that early, then the Sharks can have a nice ride through that game. Oh, Eric's here.
Oh, yeah, but hold on. I really like this idea that somebody says, we need Vince is saying we need towels for when we do a tweet up. Towels to give out to people that say keep it real tight. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. Welcome to the stage, Puck Guy 14, your buddy and mine, jersey number 2.
Good evening, Sharks fan. For those who don't know what that was about, I swear I would do all the shows that we were possibly do our first year around, and I had laryngitis that show, and I think I never had AJ crack up as much, or the rest of the crew crack up as much when I introduced it, and that was totally unintentional, but
fucking hysterical.
Yes, it's right up there when I showed AJ his. This is the guy that the Sharks bank on the sell tickets.
There is no there are the 3 things, the holy trilogy of what has made me giggle the most on this fucking shit. Is the good evening Sharks fan. That this is the guy who the Sharks are banking on to sell tickets, and of course, say it to my face, my doggy face, you motherfucker. Those will always be my top 3.
Yes, those are great. Along with Rocket's half chub comment.
Yeah. Right. So Ian's going to kill us.
Yeah.
One by one in our sleep like Freddy Krueger.
I think Ian has a good idea. Maybe we should do an after dark.
Oh,
Totally.
This is after dark now.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to split it into 2 shows.
Yeah.
This is the postgame show.
Yep.
No. God. Okay.
Yes,
you know what?
yes,
No. Okay.
yes.
I'm going to give you. You know what? I have to get a refill. I'm going to give you the time that it takes for me to go get a refill and come back, get all your short house shit out now, and go.
Good evening, everyone. This is John Shorthouse welcoming you back to Canucks hockey. We've finally broken the streak. Damn it! Now the world's going to end, and the Canucks beat the Rangers 5-2, sitting scores. Back to you, Landy. No, I can't. You know, I was listening to TSN 1040, and it's scarily similar how much I can sound like that guy. Scarily similar.
You just are now realizing this? Like, seriously?
No, but I mean, I didn't expect how close it was, but...
And no more short house. No more short house. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Short House rendition of the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hockey Jerk is crying from laughter because...
You're welcome, Hockey Jerk. Let it be known. Let it be known if there's anyone to blame for the continuing saga that is me impersonating John Shorthouse, it is Hockey Jerk.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Coming up on Thursday's episode, my impression of Doc Emmerich.
Yeah. Here's your beer, Hockey Jerk.
Are you guys down? Whoa! All right, Captain Phasma.
Laurel, I love you, but you ignorant slut. I never admitted that I liked that Short House impression ever. Laurel, why you lie to me like that? I love you, Laurel, but you're making it hard for me to send you another shirt when you say those things. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So Ian Reed is upset.
Yeah, let's
Ian,
Fuck all these things. Fuck your bridge.
Ian Reed is upset that he's going to have to download this to post it and have to edit out the last 30 minutes of it.
Sorry.
No. I to be honest, we should probably go to a second feed for him. I'll put it on my channel if you want.
Okay, let's do it.
What is that? Am I closing this out and we're doing something else? What do you want me to do?
Yeah. So follow me on Twitter, and I'll send the Hangout link, and we'll continue on because trust me, there's nothing else on television tonight.
That's true.
Okay. So what Puck Guy is saying is that we're going to be doing After Dark.
Yes.
So follow at Puck Guy 14 to get the link to watch that. I'll be retweeting. Everybody here will be retweeting that. Ian Reed will probably not be retweeting it because he wants to go to bed.
Yes.
So let's end this then with Rocket. Where can we find you?
My name is Rocket Backhander. You can find me on Twitter at rbackhander76, saying all sorts of horrible shit about your team. And you can find me taking pictures for Pucknology on Instagram. Pucknology, one word, on Instagram.
And Hockey Jerk.
You can find me on Twitter at hockey_jerk. Respect the underscore.
Bullshit.
I don't root for or against your favorite team, so you can learn to deal with that. And follow Pucknologists.
Nice. And I am AJ_strong, also on the Instagram as well. I just hate your team if you're a Canucks fan. That's pretty much it. That's kind of how I roll. So the San Jose Sharks shut out the Washington Capitals on goals by Vlasic, Burns, and an empty netter by Thornton. So they beat those Caps 3-0. We move on to Florida. This is Pucknology After Dark. Do us a favor, wherever the button is. Sometimes they put it over there, and sometimes it's over there and down there. But do us a favor, hit that subscribe button. Look for us on Twitter. It's at Pucknology, at Pucknologists. And remember, a new Pucknologist show should be dropping late tomorrow night, early Thursday. And with that, I have to tell you, Pucknology After Dark is sponsored by Audible. We've partnered with them to offer a free 30-day trial, and you can choose from over 180,000 audiobooks and get a free audiobook to keep whether you choose to continue using the service or not. Go to audibletrial.com/PAD to sign up. You get a free book, and just go to audibletrial.com/PAD. Just one fucking book. Is it really going to kill you? Just do one. Come on. So with that, Eric.
Keep it real. Keep it tight. Keep it real tight. Good night, everyone.
Use lube.